Now I'm gonna get straight into it. It's trip. Um, now I dropped the video by divine. Excuse me, by design or by divine. Part one, part two. It would have been just one video, but I had other things to do. I really didn't have that much time. But kind of piggybacking off of those videos, I kind of briefly touched on what they would call harp because I also knew that was coming next where people start to ask questions. And if you've been doing your due diligence, you will know also that, I'm just going to say they, whoever they are, been telling you, that type of technology has been around, meaning, you know, cloud seeding, like making it rain, etc. Some even say, you know, harp or whatnot could cause hurricanes, etc. Now again, this is for educational purposes only, because I also believe in Mother Nature and higher powers as well. So, and it's just my personal opinion. If anything that's going on is by divine, but that's not necessarily into this video. It's just to make you think deeper and voice your opinion. If you want, like, comments, subscribe if you like. If you're not subscribed, all that good stuff. But now I'm hearing certain videos coming out social media, because you know how social media is. You got people doing TikTok challenges in the hurricanes, and you ever just question, they know all the names. They name these storms, they name these hurricanes. It's just weird how they even Milton, and I can't even think of the Helen or Helen, whatever it is, and all of Katrina and all these different, I don't know, man. It just seems like, a lot of this stuff is orchestrated, but at the end of the day, maybe it's not. You got to do your own due diligence. You got to use your own discernment. And when I spoke on people, religious believers that believe in the second coming of the Messiah, and we're living in the last days, as far as all these hurricanes, all these floods, all these tornadoes, etc., that's going on in the world. I'll say this, I do believe that the whole world is a stage, and there's a bunch of actors and actresses. What you think may be real may not even be real. What you see on television may turn out to be you're watching television. And then for some people, I don't know exactly how bad it was, but I know some people were making TikTok videos dancing in the rain or the rainwater, etc. But I definitely believe it's signs of the times too. Like I said, a lot of things could be orchestrated, but it's at the end of the day, it's from the design. Even when the enemy thinks that they're doing something and happy about it and hurting something, all along it could be in in God's plan. But you have to pay attention. There's so many distractions, as I will repeatedly say throughout all these videos, because that's why you got your favorite programs. That's why you got your sporting events. That's why especially sports. I used to like sports until I realized a lot of this stuff was rigged as well. All kind of things that keep us distracted while a lot of, evil practices and things are taking place. You got to think like an evil person, right? If I was an evil person, I had certain powers, and I didn't want you to focus on one thing and shining the spotlight over on this, I'll create a lot of different, for multi-purposes, I'll create a lot of chaos, and make you look at this and the Diddy's and all of this and whoever else they're naming of these celebrities and unknown people. you know? And that's the thing too. A lot of us, we grew up off of negativity. The world is full of hate. I grew up, I didn't look up, I don't know where nobody else grew up at, but where I came up, a lot of ones that can relate to me, and I'm talking to those real ones that came up seeing dealers, driving nice cars and having fancy things. They never seemed to have to punch into a clock or go nowhere. They took their time as like they're their own boss. Obviously we know, that may not be the best route to go now. But especially when you're little, you're learning, growing on how to be a man or a young lady, etc. But we didn't look up to the guy that had to go work the 9 to 5, that get up every day in the morning and got to put steel-toe boots on, or the Carson guard or whoever it was. We looked up to those guys. We had a thrill off of adrenaline, off of doing negative things. We used to bust windows and, we do a lot of negative things for the adrenaline. So we already programmed through this program to be the way that we are, whether you believe it or not. Mind control. Now they got in New York, I think a YouTuber named Tommy G or something. They keep coming up with these new dangerous trends or whatever, if that's what they call it. Subway surfing. Where these kids are teenagers getting on top of the subway while it's moving, surfing in New York. A few people fell to their demise already and they keep doing it. So I'm saying that to say this is, this world is a very negative world, and it's easy to get enjoyments out of doing evil things, bad things. At least that's what they label them. It's not a perfect world, but just pay attention. All we keep hearing is bad news, and that's more distractions on top of distractions. So many things being swept up under the rug, but in the end, all shall be revealed. And just because you may interpret the end, know the end as you and I may know it. Changes are not coming, changes are here. So it's a lot to come, man. All I say is treat others the way you want to be treated. It's the golden rule. Never be a pushover. Make peace, but always be ready for war. And mental war, all this war don't always mean physical. That's one of the lowest levels of war. It's mental wars all the time. People playing on your psyche. Getting you angry, getting you upset. The enemy showing you, pictures of violence and hurt and pain. That's all we see. Yeah, you hear a couple little jokes and people that may not live in the same reality as you and I. So one thing we all have in common is we all having this experience. But always ask questions, don't fall for anything. Because they telling a bunch of lies. And again, you will get a little bit of the truth, especially on like news and this and that, because their job is to report whatever the higher ups. And like I said, these evil ones are all connected. They're in higher places. We fight not amongst flesh and blood, but demons, fallen ones. It's deep. It's deeper than deep. And the more you learn, the more you realize you know nothing. So just continue doing your studies, man. Peace is really the way, but war at this point, obviously, it's been going on, battles, be the warrior that you are, but never hesitate to help somebody. Crack a joke, smile. Don't take everything so personal all the time, because that's what the enemy wants you to do. Wants you to get out your character, get mad, so you can fall right into the trap. You are beyond your body. You are beyond flesh, and you came to this world as a test. A human being, you beyond that. You came to this life, you agreed You wrote the contract. Soul contracts, you know? And for those real ones, they may have to carry a harder burden, you know? You are the ones that I speak to. I speak to everybody, to anyone that could relate to these videos, that could relate to the struggle, you know, that's just trying to be a good person, not perfect. And again, I have to practice on certain music that I listen to. But I like music, but I also understand, I really believe that you could control you do control your vibrations. So you can use negative songs for your own, to me, your own gain, but that's for a whole another story. But a lot of this music, not to be jumping from topic to topic, but it all correlates with each other. Because the evil is influencing the videos to make you hate, destroy, you know, and end up incarcerated. That's what the evil reptilians, shapeshifting, lizard type. You seen X-Men, what was her name? I just had her name in my, she shapeshifted everything. Where you think they get it from? And I know I mentioned this before. She turned into Wolverine. She could turn to any character. But her real true self was a reptilian. Palladians that look just like your European blonde hair, blue eyes. You know, got a lot of dark races, light races, star seeds. But I'm in the vid, but yeah, for those real ones, like I said, just make sure you stay prepared, and remember, always make love, but always be prepared and ready for war, because we definitely in the spiritual battles. I'm out. Triple ones. Owners. 13. Like, comment, and subscribe, share. Turn on your post notifications. I'm out.